Welcome back to another Motel Coach training video. Today we're diving into GuestPoint PMS and we're going to look at revenue management and specifically length of stay restrictions, also called MinLOS and MaxLOS. The first scenario we're going to look at is a major sporting event in town running over 3 days. Now, when we've got an event that runs over multiple days, if we take guest bookings for that event, we really want to emphasize taking bookings for the full length of the event. We emphasize having guests stay for the full length of the event because firstly, it minimizes our housekeeping costs. And generally speaking, when you've got a large event, your demand for your motel will be higher than your supply. So you want to try and be a bit selective and take the better bookings where you can. So if we look at this event here, we've got the 4th, 5th and 6th. So we would want guests to stay for each of those nights as a minimum. What you'll find is that often when you've got an event starting on the 4th, it might sell out on the 4th, and that creates a lot of pressure, and it means that the 3rd is very unlikely to sell high occupancy because no one can stay on the Monday and Tuesday, the 3rd and the 4th. So this would be called a shoulder date in revenue management. What we want to try and do here is we want to split. We want to take some bookings 3rd, 4th, 5th, and we also want to take some bookings 4th, 5th, 6th. We want to take some bookings 5th, 6th, 7th. We might also look at increasing your rate restriction if the event is really driving a lot of demand. So we might then look at, we're only going to take 4 night bookings for that event for one of our room types. And what that will do is it will push your occupancy on the shoulder dates. Let's keep it really simple to start. We're going to put a minimum length of stay on the 4th, 5th and 6th for this major sporting event. We can do that by clicking Management, Setup, Dynamic Rates and Online Inventory. I would then click on Minimum Nights and we want to go to our date. So we're going to go to the 4th of November and we want to set a minimum night stay for 3 nights for all of these room types. The best way to do it is to do a bulk rate update. You can go through and do one by one. Depending on the size of your motel, it might take you less time if you've got a small property. If we click on bulk rate update, we can select the option, so 4th to the 6th, apply. We're then going to select all room types and we're going to set the minimum number of nights to 3 and we can apply changes. So now you can see that we've got a minimum night stay for the 4th, 5th and 6th. Oftentimes you'll have higher rates over this event period as well. I've put a rate increase as well on the 4th, 5th and 6th. You can do that in the same way as you set your minimum night stay. So you can click bulk rate update, set rate, increase nightly rate, select the date, the room types, and you can also increase it by a percentage or you can set specific rates. So now we've got our 3-night minimum on the 4th, 5th and 6th of November. One thing to keep in mind is that these dates have the 3-night minimum. So if I was to book on the Thursday 6th of November and I also booked the 7th and 8th,
I would be fulfilling the requirement for the 3-night minimum stay, even though I'm not staying for the full event. From my perspective, although we're taking a reduced rate on the other days, this works out really well because generally the 4th and 5th are going to have a lot of demand. So you're likely going to get someone who will stay the Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday and fill up that other booking space. You're also reducing your shoulder date. So often when you've got a large event, as I was discussing before and after the event, you'll often have a lower occupancy just because people can't stay through the dates because you're fully booked out. So the following day will often be quiet. By having some guests book the Thursday, Friday, Saturday, and some before the event, you reduce the drop off on your shoulder dates. The next scenario when we're going to use a length of stay restriction is if we have a really busy day or two during every week and they always sell out. When a date always sells out, we can use that date to try and push bookings onto other quieter days. So let's imagine Tuesday the 11th and Wednesday the 12th, and every Tuesday and Wednesday at our motel always sell out with corporate travelers. We can put a minimum night stay restriction on the Tuesday and Wednesday to try and push bookings onto the Monday and Thursday. If we want to be a bit less aggressive with this strategy, we can just do it for some of the room types. So we could put a minimum night stay of 3 on our king suite and our queen room. And then our queen suite, queen twin room and twin room could be booked as normal. This will push more bookings onto the quiet days. So we can go bulk rate update, and we can do this for the whole year if we want to. When you first start out with rate restrictions, it's best off to use them in a smaller quantity. So let's just start out on our first week. So we've got Tuesday the 11th and 12th are our peak dates. Make sure you always save it down with the correct dates and apply. We're then going to put king suite and our queen room. We're going to set a minimum night stay of 3. So if you look here, just those rooms there have the minimum night stay of 3. As we scroll down, the queen, queen twin and twin have a 1 night minimum. So you're still going to be taking a lot of bookings for the shorter length, but you will put a bit more pressure for people to book the Monday and Thursday. Thank you very much for watching our video on revenue management covering length of stay restrictions. If you found this lesson helpful, don't forget to subscribe. If you're looking to get into motel management or level up your existing skills, check out the links in the description for motel management and GuestPoint PMS training.